splashes.
I like the DJ.
Mr.Iconix and King
I really like the DJ.
Flashes.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Mikhail Rose, and welcome to Rose Chronicles. This is going to be an amazing, exceptional, let's get ready, guys. It's going to be a good show. Today, we have some special guests. You know, I love to bring special guests in that are beneficial to us all, okay? So let's start off by introducing Ifuru and Nisha. How y'all doing today? Better than amazing. They always say that, and I love it. Better than amazing. Today, guys, as you all know, we're on this big journey about finding more about ourselves, self-care, self-love, making the right choices. We talk about that all the time. But this series, we're going to really be highlighting choices. So before we go any further, you know, I always have a positive quote up today. And today's positive quote is simple. The choice is yours. So choose you first. Oh, yeah, y'all like that? Thank you. Wait a minute. Did y'all just do the twin thing? They just... I love it when they do that, y'all. My life has been made for today. Okay, so the choice is yours, so choose you first. So before we jump into it, let's first find out about our beautiful, amazing guest. Ifuru, please go first.
Well, I am Ifuru Corey, and I am part owner of Royalty Reigns, Inc., here with my twin sister in Houston, Texas. I am a Reiki master. I teach and certify, and I also teach meditation classes along with divine feminine movements, and that teaches everyone to learn how to move their bodies.
I love it.
We are very cautious of being able to move our bodies, and so this is to teach everyone how to move your body in loving ways and embrace your body and your beautifulness because it's here.
That's right.
And I am here to help you bring you back to yourself.
I love it. Come on, Ifuru. Nisha, what's up, girl?
Hello, love.
Hey.
So I am Nisha Tashay. I am your lifestyle, health, and wellness lifestyle coach. Also, your favorite fashion designer. So style and looks, I style, customize, I do alterations, and I also bring you in with some health and wellness, incorporating that into your lifestyle in so many ways than one. So a lot of people think that there's just one way to gaining a healthier living lifestyle when there's just so many ways. There's
That's
just so many vegetables and so many fruits and so many herbs and flowers and things like that that our body could use. So mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, nutritionally, there's a way to get there. So if you are looking for something to help yourself get in tune more with you and learn who you are, get on your purpose, and live a healthy living lifestyle, I'm your girl.
I love it. Okay, so Royalty Reigns, right? That's, you guys have collectively brought this together, right? And so with Ifuru, let me start off with you. You're a Reiki master. What is Reiki?
Reiki is it's energy.
Okay.
And Reiki is the part where it's the energy that flows from me as a conduit to another spirit. And it goes wherever the energy flows, it starts to heal in that area. And that's many parts of the body, past trauma as well.
Yeah.
It heals deep levels of your healing because in order to find that self-love that you're looking for, you got to start with the root.
That's right.
The energy flows to the root of the problem, and it starts to work its way through that. And that's through energy, and the client starts to feel the energy in certain areas. And
So this is this more like is this like more of a is it physical, is it mental, is it spiritual, is it all of the above?
it's all of the above.
There you go. I love it.
It's the root.
It's the root. Yeah.
Everything else is just added on to it.
Yeah, and I think one of the main things that a lot of people don't really know to tune into is their choice. Like, we all have choices to make, right? So in order to get there, you gotta go through some things to get to start making the right choices. And that's choosing you first. And that's what the positive quote was. So I think what you guys bring to the table, or what you're bringing to your clients and bringing to the world, is really important to have. But you're doing it together. So let's talk about like growing up. What was it like? What did you do? Like, yeah, what was it like growing up?
So, to be honest with you, I didn't know that I'd be walking this path. I didn't know I was going to be into health and wellness. I had no idea. I knew fashion was it. I knew I had that my whole life.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I started to realize people were desperately needing some type of help, and they didn't know how to even look for something that was more emotional or spiritual. They know physical. People always know, exercising. They say, oh, exercise for great health.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with exercising. You definitely need to have something physical.
For sure.
But there's just so many ways. So growing up, I played with Barbies. I looked at the fashion, but I didn't know that I would be working in health and wellness and working with some of those models that were walking down the runway that wasn't so secure with themselves.
Yeah.
Internally, or wasn't so in tune with themselves. And that once I got into that field, I started to see different people and then even like people that I know, like I can narrow down what the issue is immediately and then work from there. Like, but working with Barbies, I mean, playing with Barbies was just something I did to style and to design and just being able to have that life, like pretend that life, because you're living through your Barbie. Your Barbie isn't just
listen. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I only had one Barbie my entire life.
Wow.
I only had one Barbie. It was a black Barbie.
Okay.
And my grandmother made sure that the one Barbie I had, I don't even know if it may still be up there, but on my wall above my bed, my grandmother like tacked my Barbie over my bed. So I never played with her. She was always on the wall. That was the only Barbie I ever had. And I mean, I just don't know. I wasn't a Barbie girl. But that one Barbie I got for Christmas, honey, she was like, nobody better not touch this Barbie, and it stayed on my wall like my entire childhood. So shout out to Barbie.
So you was able to see your resemblance of something outside of you that made you feel like you are worthy, because some people never seen a black doll at that time when they were playing Barbies, or
it's true.
There wasn't a lot of them
at all. Nope. But so true.
We had all kind of Barbies.
I know, that's right.
But of course I want to see more of me. But, living through the Barbies, I thought that was part of that world, just the white people's world. Because they had these white Barbies, and they came with the Jeep and the fold away mansion. And so
yes.
That part of my growth growing up, it just made me like to see a world different outside of where I come from, and then being able to imagine and use your imagination to create the world that you want through Barbies. And we had a bunch. I didn't want to give them up.
What?
I felt like, 12? People start playing with Barbies at 12? Okay, I guess I'll give them up. But yeah, I did.
I love that. So what I'm really being able to see with you both is, and since I've known you, I just see a world growing up where you were just able to be yourself, like whoever, like you were able to explore yourself. You weren't pressured to do anything. You were just able just to live. What about you? What was it like? I mean, she had Barbies and fashion, and what about Ifuru? Ifuru, what you had?
And Fubu was right there next to Nisha, playing with my mansion on the other side of the room.
Okay.
And creating that reality for myself through my Barbies.
Wow.
The neighborhood. We had a neighborhood.
We did. And we also, we always would create different experiences for ourselves and our friends. We, as being a businesswoman today, just thinking about us in our childhood, we would create a carnival in our neighborhood and invite the neighborhood out and in charge of like $5. And we got somebody taking the money, which was my older sister.
What?
And then we had our little brother. We all created different booths for ourselves, and we would have people come in. We would block off this section because we live out in some townhomes.
Yeah.
And so it was like a section where we could block off, and we'd block off that section and tell people don't park over here because we were having this carnival, and we had a carnival.
How old were y'all?
We were like in elementary.
Wait a minute, y'all put on a whole carnival?
Yes, we did.
Everybody had their share. Like, we were the creative ones. Like, and then my older sister, she was like the one who put the plan together. And then my brother, he incorporated his part, whatever he wanted to do, whether it was bobbing for apples or whatever.
Whoa.
But, I think it was just that creative thing. We were just able to play.
Yeah, you just and so basically, y'all started making choices y'all started making boss decisions at a. It's like, what? Element, don't park right there. We got a carnival happening where? In our house in the backyard. Don't worry about it. Just pay your tickets and keep it going, right? Oh my God, I love that. So let's go in a little bit deeper, because you guys are so different, but you're on the same path with the same purpose, almost, to healing people and helping people. And that's really why I started Rose Chronicles podcast, actually, because when, my mom transitioned last year, I wanted to find a way to talk about and express my growth, my pain, and be vulnerable. But I found myself taking care of myself. I found myself doing so many things pertaining to me eternally, self-care, self-love. So I made a lot of hard decisions at a very difficult, vulnerable time. What has gotten you to this point together to help people? Like, something switched from going to carnivals and making money now to just making your passion, helping people. Choices. Let's talk about it.
So I would say, for me, getting here, just knowing that we were always going to do something together. We just didn't know what it was. We've always been on the verge of on and off entrepreneurship. And when we got together for this one, our baby, we literally said, this is what we're sticking out to it. Let's just master this thing right now. And it's been a journey, between my sister and I, us learning each other individually and coming together as a collectively to actually get this baby rolling. And we had to realize, we are so different, and we are on that same. We're still out here to do the purpose, to get to the same finish line, except that we're doing it differently.
I love it,
because it's funny, because people who don't grasp to her, they grasp to me. People who don't grasp to me, they grasp to her. So it's like we got this whole world.
I love both of y'all. Look, I'm like in the middle. I'm like, I love y'all. I love her. I like her. I love her. Yeah.
And then we have people like that as well.
Yeah.
But it's just us learning that I didn't always care to be twins, and I didn't know anything about the power in twins. And literally just us finding ourselves individually, we just well, how we gonna? What's so special about twins? What we need to do? And we just kind of been letting it flow,
and
making absolute the best choices.
There you.
For us.
So you guys so you deal with self-care, self-love. When it all boils down to it, that's exactly what you both are on the journey to helping people pursue, and you're really good at it. So let's talk about what you're doing. I know you have some retreats and stuff that you're working on. Like, you put events together, right? So what is it like? What's the hardest part about that? Because most people don't know anything about retreats or anything like that. So what's the hardest part to face first with putting a retreat together?
That would be keeping everything intact. And people when you're collectively working with others, it's bringing everyone together on the same page.
Yeah.
And understanding each person's duty.
Okay.
And bringing their creative side out. And when you have a lot of creative people you're working with, it's just like, okay, like how are we gonna, it's the journey of coming together in unity and being able to create around our creative talents that we have, because we're the creators.
Right.
And understanding that we all have these gifts, and we just having to delegate it and having to come and be able to organize it, and everyone focusing on that end goal.
I love that. So what is a retreat exactly? Because, I mean, that's the hard part about it. Like, getting everybody together, the creatives, like, breaking it down to who's going to do what. Yeah, the system.
That's a system.
Yeah.
Definitely, systems always have to be made with anything.
Right.
When you're in business, there's a system for everything, and everybody has to know that system. And definitely can stay within the creativity side of your expertise in doing that system.
Right.
But just at the end of the day, I think that it's all about everybody kind of working their side and saying, okay, well, coming together and putting the system together, all agreeing on one accord. And the retreat is, to me, my retreat is getting away from the outside noise and going within in so many different avenues. So retreat is a collective of different ways of going within, whichever one you grasp. Some people grasp to one more than the next.
Right.
So you have a group of people that are performing their expertise.
Okay.
And it's all in one place. So the retreat is the common ground. And then you go. You may go into a class here, and then it's like a workshop, but it's a retreat. You are retreating from the outside world to go within. So
I love that.
And you're doing yoga, Pilates.
Yes. And you're doing things that you don't normally do on a daily basis. So you're getting away to treat yourself.
You're getting away to treat yourself. Come on now. I love that. And so what have you gotten from a retreat? Like, what's the most... Like, what have you gotten that's really changed your life from a retreat? Like, what have you gotten?
Experience. One thing about us, we're going to put on an experience. You're going to get a experience when you're with us. There's no... we say party, just know it's going to be an experience. So
that's so true.
When you come in, you definitely know that you are going to walk out of here better than you came in here, because you have an experience that's under your belt. You are no longer you're no longer fearing anything. So it's, you basically come in one person and come out another, and it's no way less than better than you came in.
I know, that's right.
That is retreat experience right there, because people don't know, you don't know what you don't know until you've experienced something.
Big facts.
Or saw it or heard about it, but it has to be presented to you in order for you to say, wait, like, I want to try it, I don't want to try it. But at the end of the day, a retreat is what your mind is already open to step into that box and heal from within.
I love that.
Those are the benefits.
Those are the benefits of retreat. What do you feel? Because you guys have clients that both come to you and they're looking for something, and both of you, again, you specialize in self-care. What are some of the things that you give to your clients when it comes to self-care?
We start them off with affirmations.
Okay.
And we give them something to write on.
Some pen and paper.
Come on. Come on.
We give you gold paper at that. And you get to write down on this gold paper something to your higher self.
Okay.
The end goal is to reach your highest potential. We're all here to master ourselves. And what does it look like? So you'd have to write it down so that you can read it, and then your mind can start to remember, and then your memory starts to come back in that area, because now you're talking to that little girl in you or that little boy in you, because we're all made here to create our lives into our higher self, But our higher self is our inner self, and that inner self
Big
is that little
facts.
girl and that little boy.
Right.
So you're going back to your childhood and expressing yourself in ways that you can even fathom, but it also brings a memory back up that now you remember. And so now, you know, we're here saying, we remember we started in elementary a business, a quick business. We was like, hey, let's do a carnival,
You're right.
and then let's charge people $5, and then you do that, and then what you gonna do? Okay, you gonna do that, and then this, and then and even before that, I mean, after that, we had a little house party that we had a friend that had a boom box that had different color lights, and we said we invited everybody in our dining room from the back, and we charged them to come in and dance with the lights. And so that was another experience that we created for our family, friends, and people around us.
It's just really getting back to your childhood. That's the experience right there. Getting back to your childhood experiences. Like some of my clients, I make them go on field trips. I make them go on field trips to do something childlike, so that it can spark something that is within them that has not been sparked in so long.
I love that.
And a lot of things come up for you. It may be some trauma, but you have to be able to release it. And it may be things that you remember that was so amazing that comes up. And those are the things we want to bring up, because a lot of those things are how our clients get back to their purpose. Because a lot of people lose that. It's suppressed. And they don't know how to bring it back up. But
why do you think that happens? Like, because because I'm letting both of you all talk, and y'all dropping so many gems. But right now, I want to back up a little bit with something, because you're going deep. Why do you think that is? Like, why do you think people they just go past life and jump into this mean old person?
Oh, that's easy. That's trauma. That's fear. Society has put on us. You know, we have to go get out and go to school and get you a good job and make a lot of money. Well, people's main focus in anything now is money.
That's right.
Where is the intention? Where is who are you gonna help? Who are you gonna service? You know, and then you get that and you get to do those things, but you don't get the great feeling of knowing that I'm doing something outside of me to help somebody else. And then being outside of everything, all the outside noise. We got a bunch of opinions around us. And those things become suppressed because you have people saying, oh, you can't do that, or that's impossible, you know. And you listen to the outside noise to a certain extent. Like some people, I listened to it for a long time. I really thought that everybody could style. I thought that everybody could do the things that I was doing. So I was like, you know, a little fearful of moving forward for years. And all of a sudden I had to snap back. Say, okay, what is it that you love when you was growing up? Okay, you
choices.
like to motivate people. Yeah,
choices,
exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. You like to dress people. You like to make people feel good from the inside out. So, okay, well, what does that look like if that was something tangible?
Right.
And then taking that to that purpose. Like, okay, well, now I can link you with something. Okay, so what's next? And then we sit down and put some goals together. And that's how clients are going from one stage transformation to the next. And it's for the
and y'all are moving. Like every time I'm talking to you guys are working on a project, or you're talking about a client you helped, or a client you're working on. Like there's always something going on with you guys, and I love that. Now let's talk about let's go a little bit into these choices now. Now what do you consider is the hardest choice that a woman has to make in these days? Oh,
the hardest choice.
Because you both are dealing with women a lot.
Yeah. And men.
The hardest choice would be
commonly
not embracing themselves.
Okay.
But the hardest choice would be not caring what people think. That is I get a lot of clients that it's like, even though they may think that they don't care, but when you're counseling them and you're talking to them, it goes back to the root of caring what other people think.
Karen, come on, Karen. Where you think Karen came from? Is Karen? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, stop Karen. Stop Karen. Okay. So that's like a common thing that you see that women are really dealing with is caring about what other people think a lot. I think that's really big, especially with social media and the pressure of so many other things. Come on. How about you?
I would say fear. People are fearful of so much. Like I can have a conversation with somebody and I can see exactly what they're fearing. And a lot of people have never done a lot of things, and you can ask them a couple of questions and you get those answers, and you have fear is being thrown at us every which way, left and right.
Facts.
So right now people have to just stand up and say, look, they have to go within. They have to say, I'm gonna do this for me.
Come on, choose you
I
first.
Have a choice.
Choose you first
on what I can do. Either I can think this or not think this or not think that. It's
That's right.
You literally have to make a choice for you.
That's it.
And have to say, you have to say to yourself, like, okay, well, I've done this before. Let me do this. Let me try something new. That's another exercise. Getting out there doing some new things.
Okay. Okay. And I think that really something that a lot of people, like for myself, and I'm still gonna buy my skates. Yeah. I haven't got it. There's $100 skates. I'm gonna give my skates. I might tag them on here so they can send me some. But I'm going to get my skates because, and that was something that, you and I talked about. You guys celebrated your birthday recently. Happy belated birthday. I got a chance to hang out with the twins, y'all. It was fun.
Thank you.
That can party, okay? But I really enjoyed how you guys were, every day it was something different. And it was like, I'm all for it. I'm the type of person, I'm ready to go do whatever at the drop of a dime. Let's go rock mountain climbing. Let's go do something. Let's go skydiving. I'm like, that's me. My husband be like, you crazy, but I'm ready to go. And I love that about you guys, that you don't put yourself in a box. You've never put yourself in the box. I love that. And so this definitely brings me to my next question. What's the craziest choice you've seen her make before? The crazy. And you was like, sis, come here. Let me talk to you. She remember. It looked like she remember. Yeah, because you bust out laughing like, you bet not.
I mean, she said a lot of crazy things. I think I've done a lot of crazy things. Let me see.
Okay, you go then.
The craziest choice.
Mm-hmm. It could have been food. It could have been like a bad date. I don't know. A bad choice. Well, I don't know about clothes. Because this is the fashionista right here.
The craziest. That's a good.
Oh, what's
question.
the craziest thing y'all have done to get together?
Oh, we traveled.
Oh, there you go.
Together, we traveled to 7 destinations in 7 days.
What?
And it was literally by just like faith and just being like, let's go. We were actually going to a cruise, but end up missing the cruise ship. Oh, it was a weekend. It was a week to remember. And literally we went from Houston to Dallas, from Dallas to Miami. Was it
Fort Lauderdale?
Fort Lauderdale. From Fort Lauderdale to Miami. From Miami back to Fort Lauderdale. From Fort Lauderdale to Montego Bay.
What?
From Montego Bay to okay, how you say it? It was
hold on. Wait a minute. Y'all.
North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
In 7 days?
7 days. And we met a trillion people. Like, it was the most amazing experience. Like, I said we have to do that. We're actually going to plan doing that again.
Okay.
But it was the most amazing experience because we met so many people, and then it was like,
wow.
We missed the ship.
Oh,
and we chased the ship. We was trying to chase the ship down. We was telling people in the back, can you get that boat and take us to the ship?
No.
and bring it. Oh, can we get somebody to bring the ship back? We
we
called
cracking
called
up at us.
our planner and told her if she can go and ask the captain if he can turn the ship around. And she said, well, you know, I got clout, but I ain't got that much clout. And I said, just try it. She said, okay. And she hung up the phone. She called back. She was like, look. She said, he can't turn the ship around. But y'all can meet us in, we had to meet Montego Bay on Wednesday.
I know that's right. I don't know how you going to get there, but I see you.
Yes.
Basically,
we didn't know how we was going to do that because it was like last minute. And we knew we'd already paid for the ship and everything.
Yeah.
But we made it happen. We got there.
Y'all still got to Montego Bay?
We did.
Yes, we did.
We did. We slept in a hostel where this is the first joke that I ever made. Like we planned, like we slept in a hostel and didn't want to be in. We didn't care to have the two beds because we literally did not need to sleep there the whole night. We only needed to. I think our flight was like at 4:00 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
And so I just said we just need a nap. So we went and paid for one person. And we both slept in
You know what? Come on, y'all pulled the twin on them. You're like, we's only one of us. I love it. Now, okay. So whose idea was that? It was both of ours. Look, my type of girls. Look, I love it. I love it. You know, one thing that I love about both of you beautiful ladies is that you make life so much fun. You make it so much fun. So I can only imagine how your clients come to you and they're looking for something and you both are delivering on go. I love that. It's refreshing. It's refreshing and it's much needed. Now let's talk about your businesses individually. What's the name of your business?
So it's Nisha Tashay Lifestyle Brand.
Okay.
And it's all incorporated with Royalty Reigns. We're just Royalty Reigns is an umbrella of businesses with the two of us in collaboration. So separately, I still do my fashion design. I still do my branding. Branding is literally with me, us coming up with products, natural products, and putting them out there under my brand, Nisha Tashay, or under Sis brand, under Netaru. It's just us collaborating. And
what's your Instagram?
It's Nisha Tashay, NISHATASHAYE. That is my personal Instagram. And then we also have Royalty Reigns Twins, which is where you're going to see most of our things and products are being put on Royalty Reigns Inc. So check us out individually and then check us out twin-like, and whatever you see that you like on Royalty Reigns, do what you got to do.
Consultations and things like that. Absolutely. You both have consultations if someone wants to be designed in fashion or looking at even a lifestyle coach even, right? Mm-hmm. Nutritionist, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have your Reiki healing and crystal. I mean, let's get a little bit more into the Reiki because that's something really deep. Most people don't understand about healing, meditation, and things like that. Why do you think most people don't practice meditation?
They don't practice meditation because they don't know how. And if they do learn how, you have to stay committed into doing that daily. Because that's introspecting, that's going back within. And so more people out here are too busy. They're too busy to find that time to be able to learn how or to practice it, because meditation is a practice. This is something you're practicing, and this becomes a lifestyle to where you automatically click into meditation mode whenever you want to or whenever you need to. And so that's the hardest part with dealing with clients that are still learning how or wanting to know how. They just have to stay committed to practicing this every day until it turns into a lifestyle.
Do you think a person should meditate first, or should they come and do a Reiki session with you first? Like, what would you recommend? Because you got to be quiet while she doing her stuff.
With meditation, that's a form of, I would say that first. But if you think about it, it's more so Reiki both of them are first, because Reiki helps you get into that state because it starts to raise what it is that the root, whatever's under that, the root of everything comes up. So if you're able to meditate, then you learn how to meditate. So if you're able to meditate, then that brings you back to yourself.
Gotcha.
And so things start to come up. When things start to come up, and how you view them and how you respond to them is how you start to notice your growth. And so the meditation is, like I said, it's a practice that you got to continue practicing. Reiki, you can get Reiki done more than once. I have clients that come more than once because they are dealing with things that have been suppressed for so long, that they're needing that assistance to help guide them on their way until they're able to, like I say, with the meditation, just automatically click into meditation. Somebody can get on my nerves and I'll be like, oh,
okay,
just gonna go into meditation.
Let me shut down real quick.
I can meditate with my eyes open looking at you.
I know that's right. Sometimes you gotta zoom out.
Zoom out.
I love it. So one of the main things that I have found myself doing when I'm practicing self-care, self-love, and things like that is I like to burn a little sage, find a good little smelling candle. What are some things that you guys do? Because you're like masters at meditating and just keeping your life together when you need. I ain't never seen y'all cry. I ain't never seen. Every time how you doing? More than amazing. I'm like, how you get there? Like, I'm trying to get to that point, okay? I'm like on 1,000. Let's go.
It's all in the words, too. You got to put your words out there before you got to arrive at the destination before you get there. So if you want to be better than amazing and you're not there yet, guess what? You need to say you better than amazing so you can get into that vibration.
Ew.
But as far as meditating, I like to have my plants. I like to have my candle burning. I like to have my sage. If it's not all of them, it's one of them. I'm most likely going to have something. I like to have my crystals. I put all this great energy into my crystals, and I carry those crystals around. That's why I say there's an alternative for
everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. People don't get that there's so many ways to practice self-love and self-care
and healing.
Because we all need healing. So true. Please.
Yes, because and that's all we're doing is healing ourselves.
That's it.
No one ever taught. We were taught to go and get healed by someone else outside of ourselves, and it's not. It's not about anything outside of ourselves. Everything is within. Oh, and once you connect with,
I love you for real.
Then everything just flows out.
I so love you. It's so true. Yes. That is so, and I think I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we're talking about this because when you're talking about choices, you have to put yourself first. Every single time. See, and the most important thing about it is if you don't know that, like you're running in circles. Ooh. You're really running in circles.
Repeating cycles and catching yourself saying, why do I got to keep going through this?
Why keep coming?
Why does this keep happening?
You're making the wrong choices.
You got to make the new choices.
Yes.
To change.
Yes. I'm so glad that we got a chance to really sit down and really break. I'm just glad because people don't get a chance. They either get one or the other, and they don't know that it goes together. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And the beautiful part about it is when it's all said and done, you're making the choices for yourself. You're putting yourself first. Like, no matter what you're wearing, no matter how you look, you have to put yourself first. That's right. Choices is about you first. Right. So now let's talk about family. Family, you guys have beautiful families. And I mean, let's this is going to be the funny part about it. Being a twin and having businesses, multiple businesses, when do you have time for family?
After 5 o'clock Monday through Friday, and on Saturday exclusive clients on appointments only, and learning that balance.
Yes.
That work-life balance. And
schedules.
Yes, yes. And just designating time for that. I remember we would work like super hard, and I have to tell sis, like, I'm like, we can stop now. We need to breathe too, and let's go take the children to the playground or something. And she'd be like, it's our business, and but we still needed that.
You need that time,
We still needed
yeah.
that, and the schedules work. That's the best thing because it's a system there, and just learning that and just seeing the happy faces on the children when you don't have to say I'm working. Or, come on, let's go. Where we going? Just those, and just being able to surprise my children, and that's the most important part for me because it's like, they're used to me working, but they come with me too.
Yes,
and
I
love that part of my soul because I want them to see what it's like, and I want them to see like my mama did this, she did this, this, and this. And this is how I'm going to do this.
I know
and
that's
this.
right.
So giving them that opportunity to be able to see that, but also making time. And that making time for me and my children is having fun. Like,
Yes.
I'm out there jumping with them, playing with them because, I'm still getting back to my childlike state and just being creative with them.
I love that. Well, where can people find you for one last time, guys? Because you have to follow, get some information, tune into everything that they have going on, because it's always something going on, guys. Where can they find you? Website, please. Let's tag it.
Okay, so we are Royalty Reigns. That's ROYALTY. Did I spell it right?
Yeah.
Reigns, REIGNS, Inc., INC.com. RoyaltyReignsInc.com.
And if you didn't hear it, you can read at the bottom. Choices. I think we have definitely covered some amazing gems today, queens. Yes. Thank y'all so much for coming on Rose Chronicles podcast, guys. We have Royalty Reigns in the building, Nisha and Ifuru. Queens, thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Flash is going wild through